I was born in Brooklyn, lived there until I was about 13. My parents moved to Long Island. From there, I commuted back to Brooklyn to high school, to Bishop Lockwood High School. Went to Adelphi College. I knew I wanted to be in business, but I didn't know in what form. And I said, well, if you're going to be in business, you have to understand the financial statements. The financial statements are the language of business. And so I decided I'd become an accountant. My first involvement in wireless communications was a company called Millicom. When we did our marketing studies for the cellular applications, our numbers came back that if it was less than $100 a month and less than $600 for the phone, this was going to be a mass market. Nobody at that time ever thought that was going to be the case. Peter Reinheimer was the investment banker for Millicom. That's where I knew him from. And he said, well, Brian, why don't you come to work for me for a little bit on this? I could use some help. He introduced me to Morgan O'Brien. He was, at that time, trying to raise money for a consolidation of the SMR industry. He and Mark Warner were going around to all the major investment banks. And Peter said to Morgan, this is the most interesting business plan I've ever seen. Not a single number in it. You have got to meet this guy, Brian McAuley. And Morgan was the visionary. I was the guy that had to get things done. And as a very small company, at one time I was the CEO, the CFO, the chief marketing officer, chief technology officer, and so forth. FleetCall started out as just SMR. On one trip to a review meeting in Houston, Morgan and I were on the plane, and he's talking, he says, Brian, I have this idea. The cellular industry is coming out with these digital technologies, make it much more efficient and so forth. Why don't we do that? And I sat back and I thought for about 5 minutes. Didn't say a word. Morgan was expecting me to give all the reasons why it can't be done. I said, brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. We should do that. That's what became the Nextel product, the IDEM product. Although our service initially was kind of crappy, it was a lot better than what you get from the analog guys. And that was an important factor of success. There was a mini crisis in the marketplace. We did get a call from Craig McCaw, who said, I like what you guys are doing. I would like to help. I'd like to make an investment. After Craig took over, he wanted to have his own CEO, and I said, Craig, for $1 billion, because he eventually was putting in $1 billion. For $1 billion, you can have your own CEO, whatever you want. When we got to like 23, 25 million subscribers is when Sprint and Nextel came together for a merger of equals. My latest venture in wireless is Pacific Data Vision, which is developing a state-of-the-art digital push-to-talk radio system. Things I like to do, like I love Sudoku. Again, I'm a numbers guy, right? I like skiing, golf, or archery, or target shooting, or hunting, that sort of stuff. I'm on the Finance Council of the Archdiocese of Newark. I'm Vice Chairman of Catholic Charities in Newark. I figure when I do retire, those are the things I'll use to keep myself busy. The things I enjoy doing most are what people say you can't do.
Morgan O'Brien had a great idea about aggregating a lot of spectrum that was adjacent to some of the cellular spectrum. I didn't know enough to know how hard that would be.
At one of the earlier shareholder meetings for FleetCall, they came in and they saw the big sign up there, The Impossible Company. Not the company name, just The Impossible Company. At that point, I says, let me explain to you why we have this. One, you won't get the money. Well, we got the money. Second, they said, you'll never get towers. All the best towers they take, we got all the towers, isn't it? Not a problem. You won't get anybody to build it for you. Well, Motorola's doing a pretty decent job. Fourth and fifth, and I said, and the seventh item, which we haven't done yet, is compete with cellular. But we're going to do that, and then we did.
Without Brian's ability to actualize it, there would have never been a Nextel.